All praise to the Most High, through our Mashiach Yahushua, the one that the whole world called ignorantly Jesus Christ. Okay? So, brother and sister, again, another video to edify the 12 tribes of Israel scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, mainly in the so-called Latino, Native Indian, and the so-called blacks. Okay? Specifically based on your father's seed. So you are whatever your father is. So without any further ado, the main goal of this video is to edify Israel regarding some stuff that we don't know, the most important things, right? So first and foremost, all praise to the Most High. We'll go through a couple of scripture quick to edify the brother and sister. And without any further ado, I'm going to go to the book of Acts, chapter 5 and verses 29. All right. For the world we live in today is in chaos. It's too much deception, too much weakness, too much compared to the time of our forefather. You see weakness on a daily basis everywhere you go, especially in this Western world. There's so much confusion. So for one thing, the Most High is the one that created everything. God created everything through Christ. But first and foremost, let's see who we are to obey. Are we to obey God, or our pastor, or the Pope, or the priest? Or are we to obey men or politicians? Who are we supposed to obey mainly? Let's see. Because there is a price that comes with it, right? So this is the book of Acts chapter 5 and verses 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men. So you see, it's clear. Peter right here, who is what? The foundation of the church. The church is talking about is not a building. Okay, he's talking about the member, like me, like you, all the Israelites scattered throughout the corner. Whoever keep the commandment, the law, and wake up to this truth is the church, right? So he said we are to obey God rather than men. So this is for you, brother and sister. You going to school here in this country, whether it be in a different part of the world. So this world, we've been taught that the world was created through something called the Big Bang Theory. Mainly from Hollywood, from the United States, where they have a TV show where literally kids being taught all the deception. There is no such thing. The Most High created everything through Christ. I'm going to go to the book of 1 John. 1 John chapter 1. I'm going to read the book of 1 John chapter 1. And let's see if it's a Big Bang theory. That's a man-made doctrine. It's of the devil. So anyone believe it? Listen, the joke is on you, man. The Most High will judge you on that day. Okay, and mainly, you know who always believe in this thing? Is the Christian, the so-called Christian. Also, always this Christian, man. They don't read the Bible. They don't keep the commandment. They just use their mouth, calling, oh, Jesus, Jesus, hallelujah. That's what they do. They do not keep the commandment, man. You can't make it if you don't keep the commandment, man. And in most of my video, I made it clear, man. The most important thing is the keeping and observing the commandment, the law of the Most High. It's only 613. So this is the book of 1 John chapter 1. And verses 1, in the beginning was the Word. The Word here is Christ. Christ, he got so many titles. But his true name is what? Amashiach, Yahawashi Amashiach. Okay? See, in the beginning was the Word. The Word is Christ. And the Word was with God. Christ was already with the Most High from day one, from the day of the creation, everything, right? And the Word was God, right? What this? Why? Because when you go to the book of Psalm, it tell you what? Are ye not God? The word God just means Lord. That's what it literally means. It's just a title. Like you say Lord. Like you say in Espanol, you say, well, Señor. It's Lord. That's what it simply means, right? He said the same was in the beginning with God. So Christ was in the beginning with the Most High. Okay? The owner of all things. And he said all things were made by him. By who? By Christ. And without him was not anything made that was made. You see, in him was life, and the life was the light of men, and the light shining in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. So the darkness is the so-called nation of Israel, where we don't keep the command. We don't know we are the children of the Most High. We are the Israelites written in the Bible. It's not those liars that call themselves Jewish. They are not. This is the truth, man. They are not, man. If you go to the book of war, Revelation chapter 2 verses 9 and chapter 3 verses 9, they're the synagogue of Satan, man. They're liars, man. I'm going to go to the book of Hebrew just to prove again the same point. This is the book of Hebrew chapter 1 and verses 1. It says, the Most High, who at sundry time and in diverse manner spake in the time past unto the fathers by the prophets. So which prophet? We know most of them. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, all the way to Isaiah, all, right? He said, had in this last day spoken unto us by his son. By who? Who is the son of the Most High? Christ, right? Amashiach Yahweh, whom he appointed, hey, so he appointed Christ, he chose Christ, right? Hey, of all things. So he's the one that designed everything, right? By whom also he made the worlds, and he's in plural. The world is written WORLDS. Why? Because it's a different word. The world of basketball, the world of fish, the world of a snake, the world of reptile, the world of Israel, the world of the Moabite, the world of the Edomite. It's so many worlds, man. So many worlds, man. The world of tree, okay? The world of the star, the world of the angel. So many worlds, man. Okay? So that's the main thing. Now, why am I going over here? I'm going over here today just to edify the nation that is not the Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory didn't create a damn thing. The scientists did not create a damn thing. The Most High create everything. And if today the scientists or the technician are able to create all the things they do, it's through the power of the Most High. Whether it be from the right side or the left side. The right side is Christ. The left side is Satan and his angel. Okay? And let's keep on moving. So let's see if it's the Big Bang Theory. Let's go in the beginning. Because Genesis means what? The beginning. The beginning of what? Let's find it out. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1. And I'm going to read. For God created everything in 6 days. On the 7th day, he rested. So that's why the Sabbath, we must keep the Sabbath. Okay? Anyone telling you that we don't have to keep the Sabbath, that the Lord done away with it, he's the Antichrist. And this person does not love you, brother and sister. They do not love you. For if they love you, they should be pushing for the law and the commandment of the Most High. The thing you don't know, or we don't know, they must be pushing for that. Okay? So let's see. So he say, this is the book of Genesis chapter 1 and verses 5. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. So this is the first day, right? Okay. I'm going to jump to verses 7 through 8. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. And the evening and the morning were the second day. So second day, quick, right? That's good. Let's jump to verses 12 through 13. And he say, no, 11 through 13. This is still Genesis. And God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself. So you guys that eat seedless fruit, you better watch out. Because when you get a cancer, don't complain. Because you eating seedless. Everything, water, seedless watermelon, seedless grape, seedless orange, seedless clementine, all this, man, you watch out, man. The one who created everything, he put seed in it. So when you don't see seed in the fruit, do not mess with it. Stay away from it. All right? I'm going to continue. That was just a point. And he said, and God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. So 3 days so far. All right? Let's continue. I'm going to jump to verse 14 through 15. And God said, let there be light in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for a sign. So you see, for a sign. So he's talking about the sun, the moon, and the star. Those were for a sign. And for seasons, and for days and years. So that's what allow you to know what is year, what you want with days, and how many days. That's what allow you, the sun, the moon, and the star. And let them be for light and for firmament. Right? Okay? So that's for the sign. Then I'm going to jump to verse 19. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. So far, fourth day, right? Let's continue. The world of the fish and fowl. 2 worlds that Christ created. The Most High gave the strength. Let's see what happened. I'm going to read from verses 20 to 23. And the Most High say, let the water bring forth abundantly moving creature that had life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the water brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good, and God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the 5th day. So what is the Big Bang Theory? Show me the word Big Bang Theory. You devils. What is the Big Bang Theory here now? Okay? Is the Most High, the creator of heaven and earth. Okay? So this is the 5th day. Let's see. I'm going to jump and to verses 29 through 31. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 29 to 31. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. You see, he's talking about his seed again, man. To you it shall be for meat, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the earth, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. It's not a big inventory, it's the Most High, Yahweh. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. So, since then, the Most High created everything. So, the week were not set up by Monday, Tuesday, no. And the first day of the week is not Monday. The first day of the week is Sunday. Saturday sundown to Sunday sundown. That's the first day of the week. Sunday is the first day of the week. Pull up your cell phone and go to your calendar. Look what is the first day of the week. First day of the week, first day of the month, first day of the year is Sunday. That's the first day. They twist it to make you believe that that's the last day of the week. No, the last day of the week is the Sabbath. Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. And anyone teach you otherwise, they lie. They are the devil, and the truth is not in them. There is no light in them. Like it's written in the book of Isaiah chapter 8 verse 20. There's no truth in them. Check it out. So now let's see what happened. So sixth day, right? Now let's see what happened on the seventh day. This is the book of Genesis chapter 2 and verses 1. Thus the heaven and the earth were finished. Finished, right? And all the hosts of them. And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified. God bless. So why are you changing it? Why did this Christian or this the Pope or this Roman, why did I change it into Sunday? From Saturday, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, why did I change it to Sunday? And you all worshiping the sun. The sun, they just made the day of the sun. You just worshiping the sun, ignorantly, not knowing. But now, like I'm saying, brother and sister, you should be worshiping God on Sunday. The Sunday is the first day of the week. So you should be working on that day. Okay? And you should be resting on Saturday. You are not supposed to cook. You are not supposed to shop. You are not supposed to be doing any work. The only time you're allowed to do, maybe you go out on the street to preach the brother and sister. Okay? Otherwise, you rest, you stay in your home, you eat, you drink. You have wine, you drink it. You have beer, you drink it. You eat and you drink. You relax, you chill. You bless the Most High. You hallow. It's a holiday, right? Okay. Now, so first thing is what? Now we know now, right? God created what? 7 days. The first day of the week, it was not named Monday, Tuesday. No. The first day of the week was called what? Sunday. Sunday is the first day of the week. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You see, that's why you say weekend. When you say weekend, you don't even understand what you're talking about. It's two words. Weekend. The end of the week is Friday. Last day of the week. Okay? Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, right? It's clear, right? Now let's see. In a year, how many months do we have? 12 months, right? But however, when does the month start? Which month is the first month of the year? Let's see, right? I'm going to go to the book of Exodus. All right. I'm going to go to Exodus quick. Exodus, I'm going to read the verses 12 first. And then he say, this is the book of Exodus chapter 12 verses 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses. It's capital letter L-O-R-D. Because there's a difference between the Most High and Christ and regular man. Okay, he's talking about the Most High. That was communing with Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, right? The land of servitude, slavery, saying, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Why is he saying that? Because something very, very important happened that you Christians don't even have clue. The first month of the year is in that month that Christ was born. And it was in that month that Christ was killed. He was killed on the 14th day of the first month. Hello? Hello? Somebody need to answer me right now, right? You say, the first day of, or the first month of the year is not January. Get it out of your damn mind and wake the hell up. You don't believe it? You go against it? You go against the Most High. You ain't going against me. Me? I'm nobody. I'm just bringing out the truth. The truth just already defied the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? This is for you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Indian. Wake the hell up and study this Bible. This is the book of history. The book of law and commandment, statute, judgment of the Most High. It's not a religious book. It's not for Christian. No. It's not for Christian. It's not for Mormon. It's not for Baptists. No. It's for the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel. So grab the Bible and read it. Stop wasting your time on video games. Stupid YouTube video you watching. Wake the hell up. Study the Bible. Watch brothers and sisters carrying the four corner of this Bible and teaching them. Do that and keep the commandment of the Most High. And I'm going to continue. So, he said, this month shall be unto you the beginning of the month, and shall be the first month of the year, which is the month of Abib. Okay? The month of Abib. I'm approving. I'm going to jump to the 13th chapter. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 13, and verses 3. Right? He said, and Moses said unto the people, remember this day. He said, remember this day, okay, in which ye came out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So Egypt is the house of bondage. It's synonym for bondage. For by strength of hand, the Lord, you see what? Brought you out of this place. There shall no living bread be eaten. That's another feast, which is observed from the 15th. So the Passover, which the Christian or the Babylonian or the Roman, they change into Easter, which has nothing to do in the Bible. Easter is not found in the Bible. It's Passover. Okay, Passover, why? Because the Most High Passover Egypt and protected the children of Israel and smite the children of the Egyptian and the Egyptian together everything. Okay, that's the beginning of the month, and that is called the Passover. That's where Christ, he was put to death on the 14th of that month. Okay, Christ died on the 14th of that month. Yes, he died and he resurrected on that 3 days after, 3 days and 3 nights. He resurrected after. Okay, so Christ did not resurrected when, like you believe, like on Sunday. No, that's a lie. No, he was on the grave 3 days and 3 nights. 3 days and 3 nights. Okay, so I'm gonna continue. And you say, this day came ye out in the month of Abib. The month of Abib is A-B-I-B. So the first month of the year, clearly, easily, simply is what? It's not January. Okay? That's a dead season. Everything is dead. There is no life in the plant or on the tree. Only maybe the winter tree survive. But mostly everything, tomato, flower, whatever, most of them die. Okay? Spring is the beginning of the year. Spring is the beginning of the year. Okay? After March 22, the British, they use, the British I'm talking about, I'm not talking about the Roman, the so-called whatever, white people, is not them. I'm talking about the Asian British, the Britons, which were dark-skinned people. They used to observe 25th March is the beginning of the year. That's the first month. Okay? That's the first month, the beginning. So, Abib, when you go reading the book of Exodus, you, like I just read it to you, the second month is Iyar. Okay? Or it's equals to Ziv. If you go to the book of, I'll say, First King, I think 6 and 1. Let me see, First King 6 and 1. The book of First King 6 and 1. This is the book of First King 6 and 1. And I'm going to read it quick. This is the book of First King, chapter 6, verses 1. And it came to pass in the 480th year after the children of Israel were come out of the land of Egypt, in the 4th year of Solomon reign over Israel, in the month Ziv. So you see, the month Ziv, which is the second month. So the second month is not February, okay? It's Ziv, which is what? Is April, May. The second month is April, May, okay? The third month is what? May, June, okay? The fourth month is Tammuz. It's called June, July. And the fifth month is Ab, is July to August. Then you have Elul, which is from August to September. Then you got the seventh month. Today we're in the seventh month. Seventh month on the 10th day, which is the day of atonement, okay, for your sins. Whatever weakness you do, you're supposed from yesterday to humble yourself, to fast, not do any work, not cooking from yesterday sundown to today. You're supposed to not be doing any work, selling, although you're not supposed to be doing that, right? So, just to let you know, okay, you didn't know that. So, the seventh month is Tishri, and I'm approving. It's written in the same book, just a different chapter. First King, I think, chapter 8, verses 2. First King, chapter 8, verses 2. First King, chapter 8, verses 2. First King, chapter 8, verses 2. And I'm already. And all the men of Israel assembled themselves unto King Solomon at the feast, okay, which feast? It's the feast of dedication. Okay? The feast of the dedication of the temple of the Most High. Okay? He said, and all the men of Israel assembled themselves unto King Solomon at the feast in the month Etanim. Okay? The month Etanim, which is the 7th month. So we are in the 7th month right now, which is what? Is September to October. Is September to October. Okay? September to October. Okay? That's the 7th month. Okay? It's called Etanim. Now you continue. The 8th month is what? October, November. Okay? It's also called Bull. I'm approving. Same book. I'm a go with same. There's nothing in 1 Kings 6:38. 1 Kings 6:38. 1 Kings 6:38, the same book. Bear with me. 1 Kings 6:38. This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 6 and verse 38. But in the 11th year of the month Bull, so it tell you the month is Bull, is written B-U-L, which is the 8th month. So the 8th month is Bull, which is what? Mahavishan, or you will call it today, is October, November. October, November, that's the 8th month. Okay? I'm going to continue. And you have what? Kislev. The 9th month is Kislev. How do I know that? I'm going to read it from the book of Maccabee. I'm going to go to the book of Maccabee. So, this is the book of Maccabee. I'm going to read 2 Maccabee 15. Right? I'm going to read 2 Maccabee chapter 10, verses 5. 2 Maccabee chapter 10 and verses 5. I'm going to read it first. This is the book of 2 Maccabee chapter 10 and verses 5. Right? The Maccabee were the brother that fought against the Greeks. Now, upon the same day that the stranger profaned the temple, on the very same day, it was cleansed again. Even the 5 and 20th day, he said the 5 and 20th day, that means the 25 of the same month, on the 25th of the same, which month? Which is Kislev, right? So Kislev is the what? The 9th month. It's written C-E-S-L-E-U, okay? On the 25th of that month. A month is either marked with what? 29 to 30 days, based on the lunar cycle, okay? How do you know a month? It's all by the moon, the appearance of the moon. First it's dark, you don't see the moon, and then the moon starts appearing crescent, like a very tiny banana crescent shape, right? And then it grow, it get full. Once it get full, then it start shrinking again, and shrinking, till you turn again to that you count the day. So it's always between 29 and 30 days. Now, another precept I'm going to read quick is 1 Maccabee. 1 Maccabee chapter 4 and verse 52. 1 Maccabee chapter 4 and verse 52. And I'm going to read it. This is the book of 1 Maccabee chapter 4 verse 52. Now on the 5 and 20th day of the 9th month, you see again, which is called the month Kislev. You see, Kislev, like I say, is C-A-S-L-E-U. So you got to read, man. You so-called, like, whatever you want to call it, keep the commandment, keep the law of the Most High, man. Keep the law of the commandment, study. And what? The 10th month is what? Tebet, which is what? December to January. The 11th month is Shebat, which is January, February, okay? And the 12th month is Adar. And I'm going to prove it quick, okay? I'm going to prove it from the same book. I'm going to go to 1 Maccabee 7 and 49. So 1 Maccabee 7:49. 7:49, I'm going to read. Moreover, they ordained to keep yearly this day, being the 13th of Adar. Say 13th of Adar, right? I'm going to jump again to the same book. So this is the book of 2 Maccabee, chapter 15 and verse 36. And they ordained all with a common decree, in no case to let that day pass without solemnity, but to celebrate the 13th day of the 12th month, which is in the Syrian tongue is called Adar. So the 12th month is called Adar in the Syrian tongue, Syrian language, Aramaic, or the day before Marduk's day. So you see, it's very simple. Now, what is the origin of the word month? The word month originated from what? The word moon. How do I know? I'm going to prove it. Prove all things. That's what the Most High say. I'm going to go to the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 43. All right, bear with me. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 43, and verses 7 through 8. It says, from the moon No, sis. He said he made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times, is the plural. So the moon was to tell you this is the first month, this is the first day of the month, this is the second day. That's what it meant to tell. So you have to observe the month, the moon, right? Let's see the origin of the word month. For he say, and a sign of the world, that is sign for the whole world, for the nation of Israel, as well as for the heathen. He said, from the moon is the sign of feast. So through the moon, you determine which feast is coming, which feast we should be celebrating, right? A light that decreases in her perfection. The month, verses 8, the month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the army above, shining in the firmament of heaven. So, again, man, that's what the point I'm trying to make. So, it's clearly 12 months. The first day of the week is Sunday. The last day of the week is Saturday, which is Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. It's sundown to sundown, that is one day. Sundown to sundown, that's one day. Now, how many days are in a month? 29 to 30, based on the lunar cycle, okay? Now, how many months do we have in a year? Is 12 months. What is the first month of the year? Is Abib or Nisan. That name Nisan that you see on card, they stole it from the Bible and use it. These are hidden. They hate God. They hate the Most High. They use those words in vain. Okay? Nisan is the first month, which is what? March, April. Okay? The Briton, the so-called, the Briton or the ancient English, they consider the year, the beginning of year for them was what? March 25. That's where it started raining. All the flower, everything coming back to life. The bird, everything, the bugs, everything is popping up. That's the first month. Okay, brother and sister. And Christ, he was dead. He was born in March. Okay, end of March. Okay, to end of it. That was he was born. He was dead still in the same month. So, without any further ado, I'll say, brother and sister, all praises to the Most High. I wish this was very edifying, that you learn something from it, and from now we got to keep the commandment, the law of the Most High. These are apocryphal, some of the books that they removed from the Bible. With that, I'll say, brother and sister, shalom and Christ.